Hello! So I wanted to touch bases with you via video so that I could show you a couple of things. That way you don't have to haul yourself all the way down here. The guys left last night and I didn't get the opportunity to like walk through and double check everything. I had been at the chiropractor. They were just like, yeah, we're done. And they showed me the back door, which looks amazing. But then I was walking around this morning and I kind of like am seeing things that I thought they were going to do something about. So I just wanted to point out those things, and I don't know what, I don't want to be nitpicky at all. I appreciate 100% everything they did, and they did an amazing job with painting, but there was a couple of things that I thought they were going to do, and they did not. Like the baseboards in the kitchen, they did not replace and or paint any of these baseboards, which, you know, if it didn't need to be replaced, then that's cool, but they didn't like even paint this corner right here. Like they put some caulking on it, but you can see how gnarly that looks. Like if it, you know, if they didn't want to replace it, that's cool. It looks like it's still in pretty good shape. The corner is kind of cruddy looking, but like they didn't do anything with that at all. And then this one is the same. They didn't paint it at all. Like I was under the assumption that they were gonna do these ones and like run a quick fresh coat of paint and fill the nail holes here on these ones. And it's all underneath the kitchen cabinets. And then there was the stairwell. I saw him painting parts of the stairwell when I was leaving. He was on the stairs painting something, and I know he redid the tops of these right here, but the rest of the stairs is unpainted. I'm not sure what he was over here painting, but there's nothing like, it's unpainted. Like this is still, like there's paint, brown paint from when my mom painted over here. And I can see where he like, I don't know if you can see that, where he left, like, where he put paint right here. But then there's, like, wood showing here. And there's, like, wood showing right here. If he was just gonna kind of patch it up a little bit, there's, like, this area here. Like, all he did was he fixed the corners, sort of. Like he made the corners look a lot better, but he didn't paint anything else on the staircase. He didn't paint this either. I mean, I cleaned it really nicely over here, and I thought that he was gonna paint that. Maybe there was a miscommunication on what we wanted him to do with this area, but it doesn't look good. And I don't know why that was miscommunicated. So I'm not sure what you would recommend about that. This looks fantastic. They did a pretty good job on that. And then you and I had asked him when we walked through together if he could do something with that. No, it's not, Alistair. It'll be just in a second. So this, he patched the hole. It's patched with the stuff, but then he didn't sand it or texture it. So I'm not sure what happened with that either. It looks like he put I gave him the Drydex drywall patch stuff, so that he could fill the holes. Spackling. I gave him this so that he wouldn't have to get anything extra. And he patched it, but then didn't finish that part. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not either. And then there are some areas on the ceiling that have gray paint in a couple of spots that are pretty obvious. There's also a brown spot over here that I was under the impression he was going to give a little, freshen up as well. And that didn't happen. And then he painted the outside molding on these two doors, but then, and half of that door, but then nothing here or anywhere else, which is okay because they're dirty and, I need to wipe them down. But it just looks strange because there's like one side has paint, one side of the door has paint, but the other side of the door does not have paint. So if you could maybe ask him what happened with the stairs, because none of this was painted and it does not look good. And I had expected it to be painted, just a fresh coat of white. And I have the extra paint and I can do it myself. I could just whip through it really quickly and do a fresh coat of white paint. But I was under the impression that was something he was gonna tackle. So if you could let me know what you think and how to move forward on the painting situation. And then I also have one thing that sort of bothered me a little bit that I was unaware of until today. They removed a board from the kids' play area with the sand pit. It's like a 8-foot pressure treated board, and they used it. I didn't realize that that's what they were using until today when I brought the kids out to play in their sandbox. They took this board out. It's missing an entire piece of the sandbox. So now all the sand is coming out of the sandbox, and now I'm going to have to figure out how to get that board back in there. I have to move all of the sand to the other side and then put the board back in. And that's quite a bit of work for me. And my kids were pretty disappointed this morning when we couldn't play in the sandbox because I have to fix the sandbox. I didn't know. If I had known that was something that they needed, then I would have said, I'll run in, grab you a board if you need a board to use for something. But they took it out. Now I have to spend some time getting it back in. It's going to be a bigger project than it was to even build the sandbox, trying to move the sand. So, not really sure what to do about that. If you could give me some advice, I would appreciate it. See you soon. Bye.